Kim Min-soo's cold-blooded massacre in Britannia. No one survives. The sun hung high over Britannia. A warm breeze carried the sounds of life, merchants calling out, knights patrolling, laughter echoing through the streets of Lyons. The kingdom stood strong, untouched, unaware. And then reality itself split open. A fracture in space, a wound in existence. Kim Min-soo stepped through. White-haired, draped in a black cape that shimmered unnaturally, his red star-like eyes flickered as he took in the land before him. No emotion, no ambitions, just moving forward. The moment his foot touched the ground, the first tragedy unfolded. A patrol of holy knights drawn by the unnatural rift spotted him. Their leader, Twigo, a seasoned warrior, stepped forward. "State your..." He stopped, his voice cut short. His body stopped moving. Then, in an instant, he was gone. No slash, no explosion, just absence. His armor collapsed into an empty heap where his body had been. Its owner erased from existence before his mind could register death. The other knights barely had time to scream. A soft pulse of energy radiated outward. The city of Camelot ceased to exist. Buildings, streets, people, all erased in an instant. Nothing burned, nothing crumbled. They simply were not. Britannia's fate had already been sealed. The 7 deadly sins intervene. The explosion of magical energy reached Lyons within seconds. Meliodas felt it first, a presence so vast, so absolute, it felt like a hole in reality itself. By the time the 7 deadly sins arrived at the scene, there was nothing left of Camelot. The land was smooth, untouched, like it had never been built. In the center of it all, Kim Min-soo stood still, silent, expressionless. Meliodas stepped forward.
それも一度じゃない。
There was no answer. Escanor scoffed, stepping beside Meliodas, his presence radiating power as noon approached. His divine axe Rita gleamed under the sun.
た今貴様にとっての秘宝が一つ追加されたぞ。
Escanor lifted his axe. He swung. A golden arc of fire split the sky, unstoppable, undeniable. And yet, as the attack reached Kim Min-soo, it stopped. No impact, no resistance, just stillness. Then Escanor's arm was gone. No pain, no blood, just missing. For the first time, the lion's sin of pride took a step back. His breath hitched. His body began to collapse in on itself. Tiny, cube-like fragments peeled away, dissolving into nothingness. His body did not burn, it did not explode. It ceased to be. The other sins could only watch as their strongest member vanished, gone. Kim Min-soo did not react. Full-scale war. Diane slammed Gideon into the earth. The ground erupted, massive pillars of stone rising to crush Kim Min-soo from all sides. It did nothing. A scripture light barrier shimmered around him, the incoming attacks bouncing harmlessly off its surface. King summoned Chastifol's true form. Hundreds of razor-sharp daggers rained from the sky. Kim Min-soo lifted his hand. A line of light traced from his fingertip. The daggers never reached him. Instead, King's entire right arm disintegrated. He barely had time to scream before his wings shattered, his body collapsing from the sky. Meliodas roared. A wave of black hellfire erupted from his blade. Kim Min-soo walked through it, unscathed. Zeldris activated ominous nebula. The air collapsed inward, gravity itself bending to his pull. Kim Min-soo took a step forward. The technique shattered. Zeldris barely had time to process before his sword snapped in half. His arm followed. His existence unraveled, his body collapsing in flickers of light. Only Meliodas remained. Demon King form, full power. He charged, sword raised, all of his strength behind a final attack. Kim Min-soo barely moved. A single vertical slash. Durenkle, Daybreaker mode, slash. The land itself split apart. Meliodas stopped mid-charge. His body split cleanly, effortlessly. For the first time in his immortal life, Meliodas felt something he had never experienced before. Finality. Absoluteness. He fell. Elizabeth, standing just behind him, caught his broken form before it could hit the ground. She looked up at the being standing before her. Kim Min-soo stared down at her. His dead, red star-like eyes flickered. The god's last hope. A voice boomed through reality itself. Enough. The supreme deity and the demon king materialized. Divine and demonic energy warped existence itself. Together, they rewrote the world's laws. Kim Min-soo must not exist. Reality rejected him. The world itself tried to push him out. Kim Min-soo did not move. He raised his cape, wrapping it around himself. The unnamed protection cape absorbed the divine energy, shielding him from an attack meant to erase him from existence. Then, he lifted his sword. One horizontal swing. Darken, eclipse mode, slash. The Demon King was cleaved in half. The supreme deity collapsed, her divine form splitting apart like paper. Their final resistance shattered. Britannia fell. Epilogue. The end. Everything was silent. No cries, no prayers, no last words. Only Elizabeth remained, holding Meliodas in her arms. She did not beg. She did not scream. She simply looked at him. Kim Min-soo stared at her. He did not answer. He turned, and as suddenly as he had come, he left. A crack in reality swallowed him whole. The world reset. But Britannia was never the same. No one tells the story of the day Britannia fell. Not because they forget, but because there was no one left to tell it. Kim Min-soo did not conquer. He did not rule. He did not destroy out of malice. He simply moved through. And in his wake, there was nothing. Major locations destroyed. Camelot, 100% erased in the opening attack. No survivors. Fairy King's forest burned to ash. The sacred tree was split in half and disintegrated. Lion's Castle, completely leveled. No sign of the royal family or castle staff remains. Basil Fighting Festival grounds, turned into a crater. Casualties, main characters, Escanor disintegrated. His body collapsed into cube-like fragments before being erased. King lost an arm and wings before being crushed by Kim Min-soo's sword-cut manipulation. Diane crushed under her own earth magic after Kim Min-soo reflected it back at her. Gauther erased instantly. His body was simply not there anymore. Merlin attempted to teleport away but was caught mid-teleport and disassembled into nothingness. Ban fought longer due to his immortality, but was cut into pieces and erased at the cellular level. Zeldris had his ominous nebula shattered and was cleaved in half. Casualties, side characters. Hauser attempted to attack with a tornado, but was sliced apart before finishing his move. Gilthunder tried to strike with lightning, but was vaporized instantly. Hendrickson and Dreyfus were crushed under Lion's Castle before they could react. Jericho survived longer than most, but was disintegrated by a sword cut across the battlefield. Gloxinia and Droll fought to protect the Fairy King's forest but were overwhelmed. Gloxinia was erased. Droll's body was turned into rubble. Arthur Pendragon was never found. His fate is unknown. Civilian casualties. Estimated 2 million plus deaths. Entire Camelot population erased. 70% of Britannia's population wiped out in the aftermath. 0 recorded survivors from Lion's Castle. Divine casualties. The Supreme Deity and Demon King. Destroyed. Their final attack to rewrite reality was nullified by Kim Min-soo's cape before they were cut apart by Darken. Eclipse mode. Meliodas split in two by Darken. Daybreaker mode.